You're watching E.T.N. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video we're going to discuss Monarch Blacklist, the fan film that I have planned for a hopeful release latest end of the year, if not sooner. So released a little bit of a teaser earlier today. Had a couple of questions from people in the comment section of the video, as well as some emails, some private messages, and then I gave some people an opportunity on the Nation Facebook page to ask some questions regarding the project before I made this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take question by question and address it. I'm just going to answer some general questions that have been popping up because a lot of them are very similar. First thing, let's talk about the project. So how did it come about? When did I come up with it? Blah, blah, blah. The idea for this came to me, I would say, about 6 months after the release of the 2014 movie, sometime early 2015. And at the time, I really couldn't pursue it because work, kids, stuff like that. But I knew I wanted to do it. So little by little, I started jotting down my ideas, stuff like that, just trying to do a little bit of it, a little bit at a time. And one of the things I run into when I start coming up with stories is the more ideas I get, the more it kind of gets all over the place. So a lot of times I have to work with somebody that kind of keep me in check. So I do have somebody helping me write this, Rob Taylor from the Nation. I throw all my ideas at him, and he kind of helps me flesh it out in a little bit more of an organized way. And then he comes in with his ideas and we spitball. And we did this for a good time a couple of months back, and then we kind of stopped the project. You know, kids, once again, life, stuff like that. But I always continue to little by little add. So now I feel comfortable enough that I'm close to the end of the script that I said, okay, I think I can release a teaser now, make this announcement, start building some expectations, because it's not going to be a huge project. One of the questions I was asked was whether this is something I'm going to look for, like funding and stuff like that, and that absolutely not. This is my first foray into making anything remotely close to a film. So the last thing I'm going to do is go out there and ask people to donate finances when, quite honestly, I'm not going to be delivering a professional end result. I'll make it as professional as possible, and while I have decent equipment, it is not movie-making equipment. The other thing was asked was, is it going to be suitmation? Is it going to be CGI? It's going to be neither. This is a completely story-driven movie. There will be no monsters in this movie. The monsters will be discussed, they will be referenced, but it is not a monster movie. One of the reasons I decided to do that was, number one, I didn't want to overextend myself. Considering my schedule with work and the kids and stuff like that, I wanted to deliver as effective as possible a film within the Godzilla universe, fan-wise, without overextending myself or building up these extreme expectations. So it's completely story-driven. However, I feel the story is very strong. For the few people who do know about it, they feel very confident about the story. Chris Kuipers, those of you who know Goji Fan 93, he feels so strongly about the story that he's actually willing to fly out to Massachusetts when I'm ready to film. He wants to be part of the project, and obviously I'm going to welcome him on the project. It's always nice working with people you know, and so hopefully he'll be able to do that. Hopefully he'll be able to come down here when we're ready to film and be part of it. In terms of other people who are involved, Rich Iso, who I asked to be part of my reenactment videos, he agreed to do those, so I feel confident he may agree to do this as well. So I'm hoping to get him on board, and that's one person I'm targeting. Amy Stahl, who was doing the Entertainment Weekly wrap-ups for a while here, who also agreed to do the reenactment videos. I mentioned this idea to her when she was still doing the wrap-ups, and she always told me, when you're ready to do it, just let me know. I'll definitely do it. I kind of gave her a breakdown of the character I want her to play, and she was totally digging it. So, and I'm very happy because she's actually, you know, she's an actress. She's actually doing a movie right now. So she's, you know, very happy for her, and I'm hoping that when she does arrive here to work with me again, that she can announce her movie and talk about it with you guys, and maybe you guys can check her out on film. I don't know. I don't think it's a huge budget movie. I'm not sure of the details, but nonetheless, It's a project she's working on, and pretty excited for her. So one of the questions I was asked was, when will filming begin? I'm aiming for May, the end of May. I feel that the project is big enough to potentially make multiple parts, but if it's not too long, I'll just make it one big film that I'll upload. It's something that I should be able to film in a day. It's only taking place in one location, and it's only requiring, that one location. That's it. There's nothing crazy. There were some scenes that I had in my head I wanted to do, but it would require a license from the town, and I don't know if I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready to go that route. So we're going to keep it very simple. I feel that if the story is effective enough, which I think it is, that'll do all the talking for the movie itself, the fan film. So what is it about? This is the big question that I've been asked. What's it about? Blah, blah, blah. So basically, this fan film for me is like a prelude to the next Godzilla movie. It's the events of this movie take place after the attack on San Francisco. And it's basically about a doctor who worked for Monarch. And while he was overseas working for the company, the attack on San Francisco happened, and unfortunately his family, his wife and children, died during the attack. They were killed. And he also found out about some secrets regarding Monarch. And I know sounds like a revenge story, and in some ways it is, but instead of him going out and trying to kill people or go crazy, his primary goal is to leak the information and the classified information that Monarch is hiding to the public and to the U.S. government. And this, in my story, Monarch is trying to develop themselves into a rogue government, and they're using the secrecy of the monsters they know about, the monsters that we know about, Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan, so on. They want to leverage those monsters to control governments around the world, as well as control the monsters or weaponize their abilities. So that's probably as much as I should tell. And this starts a chain reaction of events leading this primary character to go out and try to leak this information. And it's a race against time. So I know you're probably wondering, how's that going to take place over the course of one location? Well, that's the unique part of the film that I don't really want to spoil, but that's more or less the premise. So other people involved outside of Amy, potentially Rich and Chris, if he's able to make it out here. As I said, Rob Taylor from The Nation's helped me co-write. Jim Gillentine, who many of you know from The Nation, he's actually a professional writer, and he actually has books released. He's going to help edit and help with the script. I really want to fine-tune it, and I know that him as a professional writer will be able to help me establish that. So he's going to be helping, and I'm appreciative of that. And it's gonna be a fun project. I want to have fun with it. I want it to be good. And my motivation for this was I really like the Monarch arc of this kaiju universe that Legendary is establishing, and I guess the fear that we're not going to get as much as I want led me to do this. This is kind of like a consolation prize for myself. Like, this is how I would utilize the Monarch company if I were doing the movies. And it's not to say that Monarch won't have a big role, because we know they're going to have a big role in Kong Skull Island, and it'll probably expand from there. But I still had the story in my head, I still had the idea, and I wanted to do it. And I am aiming to do it before Kong Skull Island comes out, because if that movie releases and we find more things out about Monarch, then it would only delay my project further, because then I'll want to go back and change some things and stuff like that. Whereas if I do it this year, and something else comes out about Monarch for the Kong Skull Island movie, and people like the first film enough, then yeah, I'll do a sequel and have some fun with it. So if you haven't seen the trailer, it is already up on the page. It's right before this video, so you can check it out. If you guys have any more questions about it, feel free to ask, but I do want to let you guys know there are no monsters in this fan film. When I decided to do this, that was one of the first things I decided right away, easily. It wasn't even a very difficult decision, because I knew what I wanted to do. And plus, we have great monster action fan films out there already. You know, you got Billy's, Godzilla movie that he released a couple years back. And obviously, Chris has been working on his Return of Space Godzilla trilogy, which has been a lot of fun. And so I wanted to do something a little bit different. I didn't want to do another Monster Mash movie. We have people that are great at doing that. I don't have the resources to do anything like that. And we already have some people out there who are doing it and are great at it. And I'm not going to try and go there. But I know that I've always been pretty decent at writing stories. I've always had a pretty active imagination. My biggest flaw has always been able to start and finish a story, which is why I sought help, because I know that if I can get somebody to keep me in check and keep me in line and keep me organized, and I can get the story done, that I feel I can provide an effective story. So I hope you guys enjoyed the trailer. I know it was a very, very small tease, but I wanted to give you a sense of just what kind of film this is going to be. It is going to be a very serious film. There's really going to be no comedy element to it, and that's why the music was the way it was. That's why the ambiance of the trailer was the way it was. I wanted to deliver the message to you guys that this is going to be a fan film, yes, but it's going to be a fan film that's going to be taken very seriously. I'm taking the story very seriously, and I am trying to make it link with the 2014 movie and presumably the 2018 movie. Obviously, it's probably not going to link because it's basically my story in what I think the universe might be versus what it's actually going to be. So, but I hope you guys are excited about it. And I know there's some guys that are probably upset that it's not going to be a monster movie, but again, what it's going to lack in kaiju, it'll more than make up for it in a very good story that is a decent prelude to the next film, even if it doesn't directly connect with the next film. It'll just give you kind of an alternate universe of maybe what could have happened. And I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. If you have any comments or anything you want to say or anything you want to add, feel free to add it in the comment section. I'll be checking it out. And some people were asking when I want to begin filming. I think I mentioned May is my goal. My goal is to have it out by the end of the year, but I believe if I can start filming in May, I'll have it out a lot sooner. Somebody did ask if I was going to have it at G-Fest. More than likely not, because I haven't contacted anyone there about it, and I haven't asked them if I could show a film. So maybe next year, who knows, if I'm fortunate enough. But right now my main focus is to finish the script, which I'm hoping to finish this weekend, have Jim look it over and fine-tune it, and I have basically a whole month and a half, maybe 2 months to fine-tune it before we start filming, and then we'll go from there. So anyway, guys, if you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out. And that's it. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit E.T.N's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.